UCU, baby. The work the UCU does is about three things: knowing the proper components of an irrigation system, assessing retrofits that improve system efficiency, and teaching homeowners, contractors, and managers the steps they can take to reduce outdoor water use. Ideally, everyone in this chain of professionals has an active knowledge in their field and is certified in what he or she does. Why is that important? Let's find out.
I mean, it might be okay though, but if it's not mortared around, it's not going to be okay. It's be sealed.
The real value in industry certification is really for the employees or newcomers to the industry. I think by gaining certification, it sets them apart. I think if you're an employee in a company, by gaining certification yourself, I think it sets you apart and it shows your willingness to want to work hard and learn the industry, learn the standards and the benchmarks within the industry. So it's really important for the employees to want to get certified themselves and for the employer to positively influence the idea of them getting certified.
Actually walking out to the site and opening the lids of the pedestal is pretty rare these days.
I think the value in certification, it shows that there's a drive within that person or that company that values that education, that they're going above and beyond. Yes, you can have irrigation technicians, but if you're willing to spend the money and take the time to get the certifications and take the test, and that means they're not only, staying current with what's going on, but they're also doing that to better themselves, and that means you're going to have somebody that's really invested in the system, in the irrigation that they're doing, and the work that they're doing, and that is obviously a value to your customer.
I think the value of certification is it recognizes people for their training and proficiency in a topic.
That would be in the front of the.
It helps you become a subject matter expert, so people value you as a resource because you've gone through some training and had the right experience.
Here's Toro. I have been on committees that have discussed the value of certification, that have set standards for certification. The one that I was most involved in was California Landscape Contractors Water Management Certification Program. What made that program so successful and valuable is that it was what we call a performance-based program. And by performance-based, what I mean is contractors have to manage a site to a water budget for 1 year to an 80% of ET target before they are fully certified. So that means not only do they have the knowledge, but they have the practical experience to do the job in a way that gets the expected results.
I teach irrigation at the GIBMP class, which is the Green Industry Best Management Practices workshop.
How many of you have been here before?
The new training that we have available, which is a GIBMP training, that training, it's mandatory for commercial companies who are going to be using fertilizer.
This is a really important question. Can anybody tell me?
What was the question?
Why are we doing an irrigation module if everybody's trying to get their fertilizer license?
Everything goes hand to hand.
Exactly.
I think there's a huge value, especially for people that are new to South Florida or do not know a lot about our ecology here. The fact that we have, we get our water source from the aquifer, I think is really important, and they don't realize how using pesticides and fertilizers and their irrigation system, how that affects the quality of the water. I think a lot of people, though they might even live here for a really long time, don't understand the connection between our natural resources and the practices that we do in our landscape.
Because there is no filter between our properties and the drainage, correct? Right. Is there a filter between the drainage and the canals?
No.
No, exactly. So when we use pesticides and fertilizers, it's really important to know how we're using our irrigation.
For me, being certified, starting off very young in my career and getting my certification definitely helped me move up the ladder a lot quicker. It proved to my peers, it proved to my boss that I definitely knew the material and the content and really knew what I was talking about. So to have those certifications is really a huge accomplishment for me to gain those so early on in my career.
Over the years, I've pursued certification and in all aspects of irrigation. And for me, that has been a really important way to expand my knowledge and understanding of the industry and of the principles of irrigation. And ultimately, it's about being a good water manager and steward over a water resource.
The value of being certified, especially in the landscape industry where we have so many people that are working in the industry that are unlicensed and unregulated, the opportunity for certification to bring the entire level of the industry up is huge right now. Getting the basics of the information through certification has been tremendous. Going through the Certified Landscape Irrigation Auditors course that the Irrigation Association puts out, once again, puts everybody on the same level as far as education and knowledge so that we're all speaking the same terminology and we understand what each other is saying. And we get a baseline of education that we have been able to leverage off of, and as a result, do better work in the industry.
I believe in certification because it's believing in competence, it's believing in quality, and those things are what are important to end customers. They don't want to know the details, but they do want the end results, and I think that's what certification helps to do.
Funding for the urban conservation is provided by Miami-Dade Water and Sewer Department.